Well, court did just wrap up for the day, and 9 prospective jurors were questioned in voir dire. It was an historic first day, that as for the first time in America's history, a former U.S. president facing a criminal trial. That history started to unfold behind me in the court earlier in the morning when Donald Trump arrived to the courthouse. He did not look happy. He stopped to make brief remarks before going inside to the courtroom, including saying that this trial was an assault on America. Now, there were a flurry of motions that happened early in the day. Jury selection started later in the afternoon. As I say, 9 jurors were questioned. Ultimately, both sides want to come up with an impartial jury of 12. They need 12 alternates as well. But the defense team, Trump's team, is very worried about getting an impartial jury. That's because the pool they can pick from includes Manhattan residents only. New York is known to be swing Democratic, however, Manhattan even more so. And that's why they wanted to move this trial to Staten Island, which veers a little bit more Republican. That did not happen. They asked earlier in the morning session for the judge in this case, Juan Marchand, to recuse himself. That didn't happen either, so this case is moving forward. Jury selection can make or break a trial, so it is imperative to be meticulous. 96 jurors came into the first pool. As I say, 9 were questioned. Most of them dismissed themselves, saying they could not be impartial. Now, both sides are not allowed to ask whether prospective jurors are Democrats or Republicans, but they do have a questionnaire, 42 questions. And some of the questions that they can pose is, have you ever attended a Trump rally? Do you follow him on social media? Do you follow anti-Trump messaging? Are you a part of any sort of fringe group like Antifa or QAnon? And how do you consume your news? Now, these are important questions. This is an important phase of the trial. It is expected to take about a week to seat the jury. And as far as what happens with this criminal trial, it's the first of 4, and it may be the only one that happens before the election. It is considered the flimsiest of trials. That's what legal analysts say. This one is tied to hush money, allegedly, that Stormy Daniels, that adult film actress, received on the eve of the 2016 election to keep quiet about some sort of interlude or affair that the two allegedly had more than a decade before that. Trump himself faces 34 felony counts tied to falsification of business records. Each of those carries a maximum sentence of 4 years. Nobody thinks he's going to get the maximum. The consensus is he will get anything from probation to 4 years if he gets any prison time at all. That is the very latest from New York. Karina Mitchell, CGTN.